Now, Ranma 1.5 was a very special anime. Specifically, that was my first official anime. There are two types of anime back in the 80s and 2000s. Is that there's the official anime you see on TV and the unofficial anime you watch on DVD or VHS. And you know you became an official anime nerd if you buy the DVDs and the VHS back in the day. And Ranma is one of those that you call yourself official anime nerd because this one you have to really hunt down to actually watch it. But even that, Ranma 1.5 did something so unique and special, specifically in the time period back in the 80s, is that it kind of reinvent the rom-com harem genre because all the female characters back then, that specific time, were didn't have a personality. In fact, some they did. Some other shows in that time period did have a personality, but not a strong one. You could say they were furniture pieces from the wall, and that's it. Usually, have one character did have a personality, and that's it. This is the first time that all the female characters did have a personality. And have a reason why Rama could chase one girl or the other. But even that, it kind of reversed the trope a little bit more because none of them were actually interested of Rama till another girl has outside of the family. But once more, that's why this anime is so special because it did so many different things. Even that, even developing all the characters, why they act that way in the anime and the manga, because they actually are more deeper instead of having flanderized type of characters. On top of everything else, this show, at least the original, nudity is almost every single episode. Not because on purpose, it actually has a reason to, because the whole point of the anime that Rama is sort of kind of fighting his own inner demons because how he has to face now he is a girl, but he cannot accept it. He is a guy. This is why he removed his shirt and showed his chest. I am a guy. Even that he is transformed as a woman, that the whole family and friends told him put his shirt, he wouldn't because he is a guy. And that is sort of the struggle of Ramba, understanding, yeah, he is female. Even that he attempted to be a manly man, so manly. Even that nothing sweet or cute or something pinkish says that's for girls. Of course, he kind of cheat his own mentality to try change back to a girl to eat something sweet or get something adorable because he's a girl. I mean, that moment he's a girl, it's acceptable. When he's a guy, transform as a guy, it is acceptable. He's almost in denial, almost trying to run a weird mental hoop to get out of the trap he put himself into. And this was sort of very interesting and necessary why he was sort of kind of naked. A little bit too much of the original series, but it also asks the questions how they gonna tackle that into this new version of it. Because the original version, they didn't really explore the whole manga because the manga was still going, it didn't have an ending, and they have to figure out their own ending on the original series. Also, you have another problem in the original series. In the original series, that was sort of a problem of repetitive jokes that was starting to be Flander-wise, but being known, the original series lasted, I remember right, 5 seasons, 2 specials, and a live action movie, and yeah, you have a very strong run. Even that they run out of the material, they actually make stuff up. Yeah, I think this is the reason why it became kind of Flanderized, at least the original one. And this is why it make Rumba so unique and special because nothing like this before it or after. Because Rumba actually fall into so many different things, but yet none of them really clarify what it is. Sounds strange, but it's how it really is. But before I can start off my first impression of Rumba 1.5, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation to reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, putting a like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you need to do. If not, that's cool. If you do, thank you, because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I am getting close every single day because of people who like, comment, and share. Now let's start my first impression of Ramen 1.5. No, to be honest, I am a little mixed because anime reboots are usually between 8 out of 10. They're good DC remakes because they have so many stuff to go back to the original manga and readapt them to make it actually better. But the only problem is, Ranma was sort of created back in the 80s, especially the art style of that moment. It sounds a good idea to reanimate them because you have so much material left over, but at the same time, the new techniques get rid of the old style of anime. That sort of worn down, kind of emotional feelings that they don't say it, they show it because how old the anime really is. They have that sort of vibe that's sort of hard to replicate in modern times because of the own techniques clear up because they add something very unique of the original. Nowadays, this new, clearer, better anime is still good, but I feel it's just way too bright. I wish they turned it down just a little bit. But beside that minor complaint, the whole episode is basically just reintroducing Ranma like the original episode of Ranma 1.5. It's all about Ranma and his father going to China to train on this small pond, or ponds, most of them. But the only problem is Ranma's father always is sort of a half idiot. Always have an idea, but never realizing what this situation they put themselves could be a more bigger deal they actually realized. Because they were training, one that pushed the other turns as a bear because the one they fought in the river or pond, it was a death of some specific creature or person, entering that specific person of that curse. Because Rama's father became a panda bear, Rama became a girl. Now they have to figure out what to do or what to do with this curse. But the only answer they can come up with is go to Rama's best father's best friend to meet him and continue of the marriage set up for Rama and one of his friend's daughters. Now that itself sounds a very interesting pitch, but I said at the very beginning, this is have multiple layers, multiple ideas in once, because Rama itself is sort of fighting to be a girl. He doesn't know who he is, what he is, especially his friends and family trying to tell him what to do. I can help you in this or not. A lot of questions he doesn't understand what he is. On top of all this, he had to deal with he has to forcefully marry one of the three girls who were given to him that he has no interest of marrying none of them. On top of all this, you also have Akane, the daughter of Nintendo, who has a dojo, who promised his friend one of his daughters to be married to Ramba. But Akane doesn't care. In fact, she is that sort of female trope of rom-coms of I hate men. But once again, this is a very old trope. This trope goes to back to the old 1600s, even farther than that. It's how old this trope really is. But that's why it does something so unique. It sort of explore why Kanye hates men. Though at least the original. This one I don't know how it's gonna take it, but probably be the same that a bunch of guys just keep asking her out, putting it down, using as her as a trophy. And this is the reason you kinda get why she hates men. It does explore that. Explore the rest of the characters also. But this would have made it so fascinating. They also asked the question if Rama and Kanye do have feelings in the near future, but ask themselves, this can actually work or not, especially Rama figuring out who he is and his issues of being cursed and how to officially deal with it. And that's what makes this anime so unique. If they don't focus that, they focus on Akane. Don't focus on Akane, they focus on the what random martial arts comes in to this super secret technique past becoming a baker. They have basically make fun of martial arts of different kind of kung fu's or hand-to-hand combats using chess, basketball, or long distance running. It have a lot of random stuff to make you keep thinking, laughing, and wondering if this is sort of worth it. Now the whole episode I felt was fine. In fact, the whole episode kind of reminds me of the reason why I fell in love with this anime because it's just so strange and out there. Not because it was anime, it's a lot of different ideas hitting each other. It started slow because I have seen it before, but how it all ended remind me why I enjoyed this series, specifically Raman and Akane, because how they have this sort of chemistry, it just makes sense. Both of them don't like the scenarios they are. One had to force the one to get married. The other one doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want to be used as a trophy wife. Ranma trying to figure out who he is and his curse. It goes deeper, and this is the reason why I always remember Ranma because it was so unique and different. On top of all this, the several episodes do explore of the high school life on Akane, how she deal with the rest of the guys who keep asking her to marry her or to be her girlfriend, and give you a good understanding why she kind of hate guys, or even that the rivals of Akane and Ramba, the people who want to marry her or marry Ramba, but at the same time understanding all the messed up stuff that Ramba's father did to make deals that give free stuff, and he actually married multiple women. But even that he doesn't want to get married, and none of them, now he has to forcefully accept the wedding or the marriage because of his father. It adds up. It gets stranger, over the top, more nonsense in understanding Rumble why he is kind of frustrated and angry and dealing with so many things because of the idiot father. And also understanding his sort of could be future wife. But once more, I'm ahead of the. I'm a little bit too fast or too soon of the ending here, but you get the idea. But I don't know how you felt about this. Do you like it? Do you hate it? This is a good introduction for you. This is the first time watching this anime, or you just feel like me? It was okay. You remind me why I did like the series, but we gotta find out after the second and third episode if they can actually pull it off. Because I felt was okay. I mean, that's the best word to describe. Because I didn't know how to feel. It was sort of interesting sort of feeling. It was fine for me. For right now, I'm gonna wait for a few more episodes. How a fish should feel. Hopefully, they can nail it even more. Actually, make it really funny. Especially, if you watch the original series, one of the biggest crimes of that is that it has a habit of repeating the joke. But it's not a bad thing if they know how to put that show and set it up the right way. But I don't know you. Hopefully, this one doesn't follow it the same way and repeating the same jokes. But because it's a bit more close to a manga, more deeper characters, more understanding, who knows? You feel the nudity was handled correctly because when they show the nudity of Rumble, because it has a point that he has a body as a doll. It's sort of weird, but believe it or not, this is sort of normal now because the last couple of years, I think about 8 years, they start removing nipples from guys and women, especially guys. Especially you watch a lot of shonen, they stopped showing nipples, and some apparent reason too sexualized, I guess. And I feel the same mentality in Rama, but at the same time, it's just so weird and very weird and very what's the best word to describe it? Uh, Stands out a lot in other words because you can't focus very well. You just can't tell what am I watching, a doll body or what. It's just so weird that it throws you off completely. But hopefully they decided to do sort of like kind of like a running gag, just hidden for something else, like a bottle right in front of them. They take the clothes off or something like that. Because I do not want to watch that because it does really is subtracting from you because it kind of ruined the mood of the storytelling because the nudity has some point because Rama trying to understand who he is. If you get rid of that point, you get rid of one of the most interesting aspects. Not because sexualizing is sort of about him figuring out who he is and how people sort of kind of belittle him or telling him put some clothes on. And it's just sort of interesting. But once more, I don't know, you think they handled it correctly or not, or you keep your own opinion, wait for the rest of the series to give more episodes to give your final opinion. Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.